Ladies, gentlemen, and you beautiful rainbow people in between, welcome back to the Pale Fort. I am Belphegor, your ever exasperated Princess Sloth, here today to do the Meanderville quests. I've been told by many to do them, and after getting done with at least a little bit of Stormblood, I say we just go ahead and go through them as much as we can until my voice gives out. So, without further ado, let us begin. The rise and fall of a gentleman. An old acquaintance of Windmon is at wit's end, and the business would have you helped her. I've heard you've been busy as a bee, indolent. Seems half the whispers what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors. Am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? Nope. To hear him tell it. He was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still, can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Mezea's 7th verse, Dalamud, the Calamity. All of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildibrand himself. So he flies off towards Dalamon. Aye, that's right, he flew. Launched himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he got to come back down. Though, it was only recently that we found his body. Had reason for bringing this up. Alright, so Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. The Lich Yard. Off the Camp Dry Bone, are we? See what's what, who's who, and what's where. And a cutscene. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You come to offer your services to me? Rabbit wife nod? Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. Ahem. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solved cases and thwarted evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew to the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... Oh God, we're gonna hallucinate! This is all a joke. A big funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground, shout, "Surprise! Had you fool, eh?" And we'll laugh. And laugh. Hildibrand Mandeville, beloved son. They say there's no one remembers the Warriors of Light. The names, the faces, all gone, forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildibrand. You can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. How the fuck was she hiding that outfit? I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all I need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go where these dapper zombies were last seen, in southern Thanaland, you might find them. And then, you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet the leader. Yes, that should work. What? Okay, I guess we're going to southern Thanaland. Thanaland, ho! Fate. Corpses writhe in style. That must be it. What the hell are they doing? Let's kick some ass. You're neither a gentleman nor a zombie. What? Okay. Do not disturb our practice. You what? Gone, villain. Leave the gentle dead man in peace. Okay. was random. Am I a gentleman yet? I have no idea what that accomplished, but okay. Snazzy. Alright. Back to Noshu it is. Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been busy too. That zombie will rue the day he meets me, you'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Have this parchment paper I picked up at some point? Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Singoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south. Look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of... well, no matter. Let's see where the map takes us, assistant. Onward to Sengully. Okay. And to time out, my rabbit goes. Where we'll stop, nobody knows. I don't think I misread this map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we came in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. What will you call out? Gentleman is rather than does. I go whether the wild rose blooms. Show yourself, foul fiends. Sure, let's go with that. Who dares summon the gentle dead men? They live, and we hunger. I can take them. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Oh my god. Well, he's definitely fucked up. Spare these two fair ladies your mastications, withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look! It's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and we obey. Graceful. It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who's this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zonderbrand, Devourer of Brains and Undead Overlord Extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an Undead Overlord. You're a Gentleman Inspector. Inspector Overlord. Inspector Overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused as all. Don't worry. I'll knock some sense back into your noggin of yours with 2 fucking bombs? Just stay your hand, my lady. You don't know what you do. Oh, no. Even if I were to esteem, gentlemen, you purport me to be, the concussive force of your blast is more likely to liquefy my... Crashing into the ground makes you forget, and an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. Oh my god. See, even if you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... Oh no. Death. Holy shit. We just killed a man. We just killed a man. What the fuck? Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me. Inspector Hildibrand remembers me. Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Oh, god damn it, we're hallucinating. That's intense. They gotta start putting cement slabs on these graves. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon in. What is this place? For that matter, who am I? Sound design is pretty nifty in these. Ah, they're welcoming him. What good fellows when we're not attacking us like a zombie. That was kind of adorable. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it the Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine lady be? Could she perhaps be the one of my many admirer? Oh, but there's this faint tickling sensation in my arm, this ringing in my ears, this dizziness. Could it be a case? So what, I have to get rid of that? Back in the saddle. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat, and aha, the Singoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Uldar is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. What the fuck was that? Which way did he go, Indolent? Did you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him. Ah, and change my outfit too. Priorities. Rushing the residents of Uldar and the steps of Nald. Yeah, okay. God, I hate the Uldar morning, whatever, day theme. Beg your pardon. You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consent with perverts. Consort, rather. Okay. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander which likes to catch criminals. I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. My mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Okay. Sorry, lass, but if it's information you want, you'd be best by going to Weirdbun. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, so I hear. But when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well. And a cutscene. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressed up like dandies? Wedmon! Hey, Wedmon! Thor almighty bugger me with a bleeding spill. The devil risen and they've walking the streets of Uldar. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true. He's not a zombie. I checked. Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which, begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorze's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wedmon is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there are some talk of a fair maiden what said her most... This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the lady from Zingoli. A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital! It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Damn it, Hildy. I told you that. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. After her own heart, Wedmon believes that it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildibrand with his investigations. Well, indolent, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellowmoon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. So to say, you'll find her getting fitted something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with inspecting, Inspector. To the Weaver's Guild. Alright, to the Weaver's Guild we go. When the fuck did these boxes get here? My beloved pure heart was unlike anyone ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession carelessly rips from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears the sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pits of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Theft, sir, to be precise? My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left the home the other day, after I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took into a match at the Coliseum. I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the threat are unknown. Essential details, without which we cannot solve the case. There's but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories. We must win at that fateful day's excursion. 2 sun-sculpt tapestries. Okay. And the box is gone. Alright. That's kind of weird. Where the hell are we going? I'll go there. And the boxes are back. And now she's sleeping on one of them. Okay. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, if you insist. But if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. So the man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you. Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, it strikes me as most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum. See what you remember. Okay. To le Colosseum. Run, 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 run. Okay. That crate's looking at me funny. Crates can look. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when the gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback, whirled around, and struck the man in the face with my purse in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 60 pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Oldar. The Weaver's Guild, Sunset Tapestries, here too. These crates are everywhere, Indolent. I wonder what's inside. I don't see a way to... Oh, we can open. Ah, of course. I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Oh, no. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. At the heart of every crime rests a single unassailable truth, which only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for a shepherd leads his flock. I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. The gladiator professed his feelings, only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and a man. Presenting his prowess, Risk recognizing his weakness and carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of a weapon, the Pure Heart. Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates at it. That's not what you think. We're not thieves, we're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an armor item from time to time, we collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you were stalking me. What nerve! Such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess? Devotees? But of course. That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidated but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you forget, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims the victim's weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons and boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Huh? Where the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Okay. Revenant. What the fuck? No. The Immaculate Deception. Having no other recourse, Ellie will instead tell you the identity of the victim. I suppose since you're Imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen if he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Golden Bazaar. We're heading back to Drybone. And take a drink of water. Be back. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. What's up, my man? I am Humphrey, and you are? At last I've caught up with you. You're the good sir. Young sir, I'm told you are a victim of a marauding duelist. Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, It's nothing compared to what I faced at Cardinal. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lu, we were. Cool. He was a dab hand at old magic, he was. Tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can. That man is no warrior of light. Tell him, Elazar. Tell him how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his to own. Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with my father's blade. Bid him take it to the smithy for restoration. Even gave him gil to pay for it. And he comes back crawling back, sniveling like a bug unforgiving delusion. And in a door. Oh, maybe I should give him a different accent. It's a bit too heavy, isn't it? Liar, scoundrel. I trusted that bastard with my father's blade. Bid him to take it to the smithy for restoration. Even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes back crawling back, sniveling and begging for forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding horse son. Look at me. My flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and the heartbreak. I swear to everything that is holy, you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Alright. He beat the shite out of me. Took the old man's sword. Used the gil to pay the Corrigan. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do? Can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? Unless you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help your problems of your own making? You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Elzon's flowing golden locks? How will forsaken young Humphreys help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Yeah, okay. Nashu, you dozing off again? Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. Traveling merchant Jojo Pa is one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. That boy should be ashamed of himself. Robbing poor Elzon of his priceless family heirloom just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Elzar a counterfeit blade. The deception brings him peace in his final days. Would it be so wrong? Elzar's sword wasn't much of a look at it, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. I'm a giant rabbit wife with a giant sword. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, anywhere as I determined to be dubious origins, I immediately discarded the spring east of Camp Tribone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar to in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I'm loath to deceive an honorable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing locks, whilst we continue the search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for common folk in Camp Tribone. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me. Say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. To this spring everybody's talking about. It occurs to me that I'm not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it in a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended to my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. You fucking what, mate? Ah, this comforting scent. As though I am a child in her arms. Quick now, before it dries. Need the oil into my aching flesh. Okay. The pain multiplies manyfold. Gently now, more gently. Oh gods, yes! Alas! My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes a pleasure. What a fucking weird dude. Right, there, yes. Keep doing that, just like that. Like, yes! Now, what's more fulfilling? Okay, I'm getting this man off. Never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good woman? Yeah. Oh, yes, Doug. I don't know. None of these are swords. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? No signs of the sword, Joshua. The fuck? Oh, someone's fighting over there. Okay. This is gonna be a day. Well, I guess we're just gonna sit here. Okay, I guess we're doing this now. Alright. Moving on. No sign of the sword Jojo Ropa mentioned, I see. Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to... Well, that's a sword, alright. Once again, my instincts have guided us to our query. That I had you search this section of the spring was a stroke of... Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct an investigation in those clothes. I'll go to a door and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elzen as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elzar's woes will be no more. I fucking guess? And a cutscene. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. It is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. Bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. Settlement recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, brought you a change of clothing, and I brought up a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case. Oh, this scene. Oh no. What the fuck is gonna happen? What the fuck? What the fuck? Inspector Hildibrand. There appears to be something large in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? Oh my god. Thought I neglected to pen her name. I should come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, you... It's supposed to be intimidating. Duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. Oh my god, his face. A challenge for me! Ho! At last the curtain rises! Very well! If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Oh my god. God, he has the light of the crystal. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Accept your challenge. He's incredible. So bold. So majestic. Just like a warrior of light. Fuck it. No, a gentleman of light. Oh my god. He is exceptionally something. Core! Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing. God, they had too much fun with the sound design. Hildibrand. Meanwhile, this is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? What a strange guy. I'm sorry, what? Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let's call it, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Hey, oh, that's a spear. It's the one I found buried in the pumpkins. How could sort of remind me of? Now it's gone. Never mind. What the fuck? Secret of deduction. Ellie wishes to share her latest discoveries with you. Perchance you are curious about the duelist decoration declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of the Ishgardian nobles' collection, or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Uldan collector, a wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not an investigator. Should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I needed to explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for red flowers, the sort to see in Camp Dry Bone Cells. You can come along if you like. Okay. Cutscene time. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you. Have you gone mad? That was a Malja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Malja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you go to misinterpret yourself, you put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for the God's sake, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your finger betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skill to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. You knew that, and yet he... Damn, thought he did it for the money. You two, all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for your help, Inspector. At least he's competent, but when did the investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He likes doing it. Belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like the buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildibrand. We should be going. Lady Dorilia will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Alright, well, that's what day we go, I guess. Okay, off we go. I'm gonna take a drink of my water. Let's see what we're up against. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before me, if you have come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna wait a moment, because OBS is acting up. So, you know. That's a thing. Do you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Presenting the right gifts, speaking the magic words, and you would earn my respect? What is more, the flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty in which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine. Now get out. Forgive us, Lady Dorilia. I'm just gonna call her Darude. She is Lady Darude Sandstorm from now on. You meant no disrespect. You were afraid that you would not heed our warning otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I read the Mithril's eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Ah, but you may see yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look upon my peerless inspector interlopers and despair. Oh, don't tell me. Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian. The gentleman must needs oblige. So what do you hear now? I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. My lady, what brings you here? Are you come to pursue the duelist as well, or perchance in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on a suffering incompetent. To be fair, you're not spending a single gil on me. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Briarden, Consultant Inspector, at your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector. Consulting Inspector. Rotten flesh and saltpeter. Hildibrand, Mandeville, and Noshu. I'm not going to pronounce that word, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at profession of which they know not. Call me when you finish with these wastrels. So is that Riel? You see, I do not want nor need your help. Briarden is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Where have you been, Maria? Where's my vase? There was this strange flying thing, and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase. You're not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With an unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect, at which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when you speak it out loud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? picked up the vase in Uldar, like Mother said. It was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came, and I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone. So was the vase. I think it dropped it in Nofika's walls. I went to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We should go together and look for the vase, all 5 of us. I mean, sure. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Braddon. The dealer strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because it's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be so derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help, you understand? Okay, just a second. Be right back. Right. So we're now after a vase, after trying to track down the sword. Oh, what shenanigans have we gotten ourselves into, chat? I'll let this song play out before I turn on the game sound again. Where the hell are we even going? Oh, over there. Alright, let's have a look-see. That girl what ran by earlier, I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. A vase. Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. Is that a motherfucking chicken? A pox upon the thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Ha! A vase. I know not what you... Gah! Curse this infernal refuse on the foot. Every point is like a dagger. Something under the man's feet. Cutscene time? Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Duraldale over... Oh. Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, for so was engrossed in my short search that I did not notice. You search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. Don't fret, Maria. It looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have my faithful assistants. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel darkness, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first, I must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. Alright. Picking up part shards. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. There you go. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed a miracle with far less, after all. The hammer. A shattered antique vase will not deter Inspector Hildibrand from his mission. There is but one person in all of Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase, a man whose skills with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would a great warrior. Once a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Uldar, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by a humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck. For the following morning, they were beaten and bound and gagged in the gold court. Brassblades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief kept muttering the words, "The hammer, the hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does. And I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and this is my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her. So to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. I'm sorry, what? You painted a rooster green? In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildibrand, agent and inquiry and inspector extraordinaire, bids you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of this goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I've deduced that he's most likely to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thanalan. It is there we shall begin our search. Okay. To Blue Fog then. The Doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled by a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around. The goldsmith is not to be trifled with. The basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. Trail of bloody footprints lead to the north. Single blow to the head. Impressive. The Doblin, the Basilisk, this Ahriman, all was slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. That Chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance. I am a I'm a Mandeville man, doing only a Mandeville can. From the peaks of Corthus to Thanalan, Mandeville man. I cannot avert my eyes. That is the dance of House Mandeville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it in sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglect to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good woman, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead, though it may be gross, nay, unconscionable. Violation of my family traditions, I must bequeath you the Mandeville. Yeah, okay. You have learned the emote Mandeville dance. Mandeville man. The time has come for you to do what only a Mandeville can. We are siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Mandeville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the Forum Chimera and dance like only a Mandeville can. Yeah, okay. Sounds legit. How is it? Oh, there it is. God fucking damn it. Fancy yourself a Mandeville man. You would do that only a Mandeville can. Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Mandeville man. He comes. Oh my god, that man is naked. Oh ho ho! You have not a fear for me, not at all. The counts I came to settle war with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Mandeville? If I did not teach you, then who? Dude, you are so fucked! Oh my god! When the fuck did this become Looney Tunes? By the grace of Thor, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? What the fuck? What the? Jesus, these guys, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hildibrand, Horden, Maximilian, Mandeville. Oh my god, is he gonna suplex? Oh my god. That was amazing. 10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home. 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son, you're Hildy's father? God, what the gods of his man? God put the goldsmiths a Mandeville man, smithing as only a Mandeville can. Hold him up and give him a tan, fit for a Mandeville man. Please, Father, cease your indolutions at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. This antique vase must be made whole once more for the sake of Miss Maria. God, that dude is shredded. Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movements. Holy shit! Hold your applause until the end. Bergot, guide my hammer. Wasn't it red? Look how it sparkles in the twilight. How it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree it is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense! I've taken a dull, unremarkable vase, transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I'm an agent of inquiry, an expector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too. Innocent people whose weapons have callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter. You will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, Father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godward, sir? I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation. We cannot say for certain, can we? Mayhaps she will take a liking to this reimagining. What the fuck is wrong with that guy's face? You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? So happens I'm something of a duelist myself. We were to cross paths with this fellow. I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against him. Enkidu as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence! I shall be traveling there on business once I've finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. So go on without me. Shall follow anon. God, that was a fucking experience and a half. To Vesper Bay chat, as this madness continues to grow. I hope she likes it. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I did not know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Aderuda. Not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash? Lord Mandeville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy... Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as you must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady. It does indeed. I have no idea what fucking voice to give him, but let's just roll with it, especially the exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Throne Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. It would have been most distressing had you said otherwise. We Mandevilles do so take pride in our work, and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtlessly told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expositionary banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute, your father is Lord Godbert Mandeville, the man who took Eland Quiveran's seat at the Syndicate. It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to renew all facts with consenting Inspector Burden. Okay. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Darude has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to the stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jorpa, traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatory, where they are being distributed among Lady Darude's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They are all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each road. The real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatory, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? Huh. The thief is said to be a towering brute, dressed in red, who wields a halberd. A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in the snowy Corthus. And I suppose you won't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. What a dork. Pray, forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. The victim described him as a halberd-wearing brute dressed in a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reason would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Haha, what reason indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. I'm surrounded by idiots. The three collectors. Inspector Hildibrand would have you accompany him to Corthus. And that means to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the observatory, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk, in accordance with Inspector Brereden's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. To Corthus we go. Where we'll stop, nobody knows. What a wild time, chat. That good old Corthus music. Sounding haunting, and yet, I don't know. Yeah, haunting and foreboding, but I think that means the same thing. Right. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Hail there! Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice. Take it you are one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade? Clearly you've been mistaking me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But, sir, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this then always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you, after administrating the requisite beating. Ha ha! Yeah, you still? Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. You ventured outside the gates mere moments ago, before your arrival, for eager to catch the thief, as are we. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We were undermanned over there. Alrighty. I do have a nice cape and a giant sword, so I am quite useful, I would say. Would you not agree, chat? Shat Mural. Yeah, you see that just now? No? I don't think me eyes were playing tricks on me. But there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over there, look. What is it, Nashu? Tell me what you see. Aha! See you, demon bird. You will not escape this time. Well, hello there, my friends. It's Artemis. Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu. We have lingered here over long. We must aggress post-haste. They keep just barely missing each other. Turn my mic down a little. It's not out of the ordinary here either. No luck, huh? We have scoured every elm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that having learned that this opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. There's actually shit going on in the background. Or perhaps he's waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you would best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concerns, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12, is that the self-same spear which prepared me to Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was just buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelists to the east of the observatory. Oh my god. This is like Monty Python at this rate. And stretch. Okay. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the self-same creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore more resemblance to a spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was the crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was wielded a musket barrel. It was one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearned to reclaim it. The strongest of spears. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you cannot be serious. Now you call me Shirley. No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me. This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. The spear and I bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are at an impasse. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Sally, you're grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man, who I'm certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I've claimed but was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in a single combat. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession of to what? I done not wrong. Bah! You all are beyond reason. Yes, my plan to rescue to secure Gray's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be my coup de grace. Well, my plans is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelists in battle. Even so, your strength alone will not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. We're about to fight in a dungeon? Not you, Miss Allie. Ah, my good-luck woman. It is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you doubtless deduce, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Oh, great, we're going to Dark Souls. That is intense. Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what war you would play was. Silent Guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last, I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best me and you may have the spear. Fair on your weapon or forehead. Best me, and you may have the spear. Fail and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh is in beginning time. Yeah, okay. That's intense. Battle on the big bridge is now accessible. Let's see what we're dealing with. In its quest to acquire the strongest weapons, the notorious duelist Gilgamesh has long eluded authorities until now. Forced to take a stand at the impassable Griffin Crossing, he has challenged you to a duel. Triumph and he shall yield his latest prize, but should you fail, your weapons will be forfeit. I guess we're doing this now. And Hildibrand is still upside down. Fantastic. Oh my god. Alright, let's mess around at the gold saucer while we wait. As per usual. How did that not count? Okay, let's try that again then. Okay. Okay. What can we do next? Let's try for the crockpot. Cockpot. Whatever. You know what I mean. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. It's already 6. Oh well. What does that put me at? Not 70,000. Rude. Wow, they're just going ham on that keyboard. Okay. Yep. Good timing, Doug. I have no idea what this is gonna be. We're just kicking his ass.
Are you ready? Fighting our lady is just too much for me. Not half my life.
He doesn't sound anything like I have it.
Why, I've been hurt. Oh, strong. I feel so great. I just remembered something. Hold that thought. I must say, I quite enjoy this puzzle. I feel regained in understanding. I will hold you, silly! Aha! Rocket punch!
That's a lot of Enkidu's. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
enough of a beating for now.
What the fuck? Yay? What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Alone yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. Alright, to Vesper Bay again, I guess. Oh. So I have that. I don't know what to make of that one. That was certainly a different trial than usual. It is more magnificent than I imagined. It will make a fine addition to my collection. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I generally mean that in your case, by the way. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Burden. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Why, you're staring at me, sir. Oh, never mind that. Where's my treaty blade? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he has always issued his challenge in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? Why, it's like your funny little brains. What is it like in your funny little brains? Must be so boring. Roasted! If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Oh, fuck again? Oh my god. Fucking owned! I believe this is just to me, condescending Inspector Braden. Piss off. 400 years have I slept, 1,000 years, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Very well. I and I alone, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. Oh my god! You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon! What the fuck is going on? God, this is so fucking weird. How dare you all laugh at the time like this, after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria. I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? Two of them dash to and fro, pair gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been so far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. You are indeed a Mandeville man. Mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the... oh god. 5 to 12. Keep running. This is a thing that just keeps happening. Alright. The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue? I sees a jealousy quicken with an unspected soul. Can true love bloom on the at this battlefield? Will this Mandeville man find his Mandeville wife? A case of indecency. Hey, what's with the goggles those men are wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. Guess we'll find out next time. The business of betrothal. Ellie has put her skills as a reporter to good use. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating of my own since we last parted. I believe I found a Lapis Maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of Master Gagarumu, a prominent member of the East Alden Trading Company. Eyes and hair are a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is overprotective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all this is about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed. And not just to anyone, mind you. To the heir of the Braguri Consortium. A formal announcement is set to be made at a commemorative feast, to be jointly hosted by the two family businesses. The venue is Costa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol, overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. Alright, let's head to Costa del Sol. Take a drink of water. You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might just have a moment of... Ah yes, the two gill sensationalist rag. You read your tiresome scred about the self-styled Phantom Thief and his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concerns is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I've spared no expense to secure the best protection that money can buy. The Brass Blade of Gerberia, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. You say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief, it will be his last. If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve as purpose other than making the rare look utterly ridiculous? Consulting expected Braddon. Your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I promise some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To renege my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious skill. Very well. Let's see if your reputation is deserved. But consider yourself warned. Greater fortune than you will ever know hinge upon hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he had mustered the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after you slipped under your nose last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? A man may boast 1,000 faces, but he is but a single modus operandi, and is painfully obvious. A letter of a challenge, precious treasure whisked away from the rightful owner in broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with a treaty blade. Even now the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I've already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vanus, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would his father, Morgant. Yalto Noto and his wife, Sanana, the guests of honor, will give toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Guguru himself. Finally, we have Lewahut, stalwart of Gugu's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden himself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report to me at once. Hildibrand Mandeville. I could smell the stench of your idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Browden. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease, yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor, as only a Mandeville man can. He does realize that there's still fish on his head, doesn't he? Good Inspector. I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in past, but a maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even you or bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead in the investigation. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. If you will not, I will be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Okay, that was the thing that happened. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to the important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, indolent. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in the guise of Lady Deruda, stole off the Treaty Blade. Is there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as a particularly noteworthy? The identical appearance. Obvious answer, and yet all too many. A certain self-styled gentleman comes to mind. And yet all too many, a certain self-styled gentleman comes to mind, could not recognize a clue if it hit him upside the face. Your observation is astute. A thorough inspection of the mass left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prison sewn into the fabric. It is the stone that allows him to change his appearance at will. Clearly our man is no ordinary thief. Magics far outside the grasp of common folk are at his disposal. This in itself gives us insight into his identity and his ways. And yet, this is not what caught my eye now. From the movements to the mad mannerism to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Derude, he was her. Such a feat cannot be accomplished by magic trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even the closest friends or family would detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, and preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom, indolent, if you were a thief whose identity would you first assume. The brass blade. Precisely. Clearly you are far less useless than the bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, few in words, able to come and go as they please, fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question the brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen in his favorite alehouse for 3 past days. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades have been assigned to serve as a bodyguard for one or more guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, I think, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have time to carry an unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Alright, and away we go. Excellent. You are the one of the less incompetent assistants I have worked with. Thank the gods! Please, free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive. There. Now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol, at a briefing of sorts. Master Gugurumo gave us each an order, who we'd be looking after, the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. When I came to, I was stripped to my skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Gugurumo? Who was it to be in your charge? My memory's hazy, but... Ah! One was Morgrant, father of the groom. The other was a Lala-felling gent from Linsa. Yalto Noto. Now, try your best to remember, were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes. There were also the stalwart Lenorhut. I was to review him the schedule events, discuss the protection of keys and supplies, that sort of thing. Morgant, Yalto Noto, and Lenorhut. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city, and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, and for the love of gods, make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Ah, there you are, my friend, and not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did your and Inspector Brandon's Avenue inquiry bear fruit? More grins, Yalto Noto, and the stalwart Lemonheart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I consider them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. The Lapis Maiden in danger? We cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The Inspector shall be none the wiser. Ha ha! If he had hoped to nab the fiend himself, he should have simplified the task for me to do so. Ah, there's one of our suspects standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. This can't end well. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. Miss slip a tongue could put our case there, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready a quill that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley, hands down from the Mandeville man of ages past, to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought a quill and journal, too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital! That is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good morning, Master Gugurumo. And a fine morning it must be, for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you, anyway? Guards! Guards! Now, hold your chocobos, Gugurumo. I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom Devalia. I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, eh, Venus? Phantom thief? Balderdash and rots, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed, to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she is worthy of me after all. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. That's me, Venice. Ever the calm in the face of danger. Truly his father's son. A worthy heir to the Bulgarian consortium. A worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, I should say. Ho ho! Which reminds me, Master Venice. Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the garden class you sent a month ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket. 'Twas nothing. Your daughter, the greatest treasures in the realm, will be hers once we are wed. Ha ha ha. The time-honored Mandeville art of parley. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan had not spoken up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops. I was supposed to take this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yaltanoto and Lower Hut, who have aroused my suspicions from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Okay. Oh, here we go again. I've not seen your face around here. With the East Arding Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Arding Trading Company. Ha ha ha! Oh-ho! Pleasure to meet you. Do tell, is the Lapis maiden as lovely as they say? So none in here nor slouch herself. But like me, she's getting on in years. Yeah, no offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are my manners? Yaltanoto of the Brigand Consortium, and this is my wife, Sonana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding and joining together of our family businesses couldn't have happened at a better time. What with all manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of important foodstuffs was waylaid by Mandragorias. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If they're 20 years younger, I'd dash them up myself. Make a salad out of. Have you heard of the Mandragorias, haven't you? But of course. I once spent a year honing mind and body, the fist of Alga. My fellow monks and I would chant 1,000 mantra what's-its a day. And your foodstuffs were occasionally raided by ruthless bands of rogue vegetables known as Mandragorias, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it they're not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption is freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just days ago. Supplies were decimated. Fear not, my lady. I was able to arrange my emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some days' time ago. Settle down, Sonana. Forgive my wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. At that, I'd best go prepare a speech. Carry on, lads. Sonana isn't talking much. Crimey. None of these three were suspicious in the least. But we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces as the last laugh, even. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or this Lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector, the sign of quick mind, I'm sure. Where was I? Given hope, give many faces, will laugh last. The Lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But there's no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Briarden will be back any moment now. It's not the time to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lowerheart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we could consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briarden will be back before long. Come, Nashu. There's no time to delay. Foodstuffs, is it? These crates must contain the foodstuffs of which Master Lowerheart spoke. At a glance, they do not appear particularly suspicious, but our investigation must not be deterred. at this. Now there's water. Now there isn't. Now there's water. Some of these coconuts don't look like coconuts. Why is there bombs among them? Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a variety host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Norhurt spoke true. Ye gads. Are those explosives I spy concealed among these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It appears that we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see. Those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Ah, shoo, far be it for me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Oh, they were so helpful in the jogging your memory that one time. I just thought, does that mean you won't need them for this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event, I fear it is somewhat misdirected. Now, set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Breredan is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon the scene, he would invariably exploded into rage. Let us dispose of these before an ant ember sends us all the way to a fiery demise. Found Inspector Breredan. Explode, a fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects, staying out of trouble, yes? Inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Breredan come upon these explosives, the consequence will be even more dire. Angel and I will see that Inspector keeps a wide berth at the beach. You two get out of here, and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return for your creations once Inspector Breredan has laid safely from the scene. Investigation calls us. We must heed its cry. Here's what I'm thinking. And I might be totally wrong, but it's just a fun thought. Knowing that Breredan would figure out that it took the guys of one of the brass blades, the Phantom Thief disguised him as that. When Breredan went to lead him away, he took out Breredan and took his identity. A burst of inspiration. A burst of inspiration. Inspector Breredan would share with you his latest findings. So, Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Indeed. But enough about Hildibrand. Angel and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes. The spot just over there by the crate should suffice. There, of all places. Surely we can find somewhere more scenic. I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have a conversation overheard. That junk little beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Indolent. I'll figure some way to lead him clear of the bombs. Why didn't Nashu pick them up? It's just me. Well, there's a bit of chill in the air. Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of the brass blade attacked by a query, I've identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Margaret, Yalnoto, and Lowerheart. 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over. Ahem. Are you 2 listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill in the wind. Blowing... Oh no! Oh no! I too feel a chill on the wind blowing in. Yeah, we should continue our conversation elsewhere. But there's no need. Wait here. I shall build us a fire. Methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shoals is infinitesimal. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. As fortune would have it, I just so happen to have a flintstone on my person. Oh no! There is no cause to alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the Inspector's veins, but ice. I cannot fathom a series of events that would lead to such calm and composed individual to lose his firm grasp on the fiery torch. Miraculous insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Whee! It's flying. What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Could it be? Another challenge from the Fiend? Oh my god. Surely you're just Inspector. Looks nothing like his usual card, see? Doubtless it's just an idle ravings of some madman. Perhaps so. But we must exercise due caution. But there are 2 more pages. Give up hope. He of many faces would laugh last. It is not the lupus maiden alone he shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges. There can be no doubt as to the sender. What is this talk of another victim? The final pages hold answer, no doubt. The final page? Confounded Inspector Broden will meet a fiery demise? Ah! Oh no! Oh my god. So dramatic. Oh, you are fucked. Oh no! You saw through the fiend's ruse? But how? Just call it a reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for wear. You have my gratitude. Hildibrand Mandeville, you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our query proves ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our fellow has revealed himself more than a thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance. Yes. Vigilant is an order of the day. What in the name of God's teeth? Those vegetables cost a fortune. They've ruined. Agent of inquiry? More like agent of injury and competence. You ought to replace the supplies you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in gall. That was fantastic. What was that terrible explosion coming to the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gurumo bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods! That is no thief. That is a madman. So replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contained imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particular short supply these days. What with the Mandagorias at large, even if I were to place an order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The Mandagorians? I've heard of that fell ban. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it very closely resembled the Eosian dragon pepper, save for the color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Lewenhart. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown reeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I will advise against it, Inspector. These are no ordinary Mandalorians, but rather bloodthirsty banner killers, given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of Gilbertia proved unable to resist them. Oh-ho! A formidable foe indeed. We're only there a brave soul in our midst with the want for taking on fearsome enemies, with not a shred of concern for her own well-being. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to the rightful owner. You truly are a godsend, adventurer. One Simmer Hall of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the Mandalorians. If anyone would have knowledge of the current's whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gugarumu is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you are my only hope. A gentleman would never let a lady face danger alone. Let us await the Limsa together. Okay. Guess we have to do something. Take me back to that sweet Limsa music. Stretch! Ooh. If you come for the Mandalorians, I fear you're half a bell too late. As will we, blast it all. I hear the poor merchant tell it. The sooner I'd open the cargo hold to check on the shipments of vegetables than did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror he did. The time he came to his sentence, it had sailed without him. Merchant left Airport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you mind to go after the culprit, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. Ah! Is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? Ferry docked by the fisherman's bottom will carry us to Airport. Let us be swift on our way. Alright, back to Airport we go. Okay. Hey, don't stick up on me like that. I thought you were Infernal Turnip, a murderous eggplant, or something like that. Think I jest, do you? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took your eye out, as it did mine, my eye. But by the time I regained my wits, they'd set sail with me ship, and me livelihood. I'm ruined. Ruined! I never see another bleeding onion till the end of my days. It'll be too soon. Seeds of Rebellion. The tiny trader would ask that you save the realm from the vegetable scourge. The hero must say the Mandalorians are a nasty lot. I like paying the artists to the farmers and provisioners to the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing the fellow fronds from our landers and tables is but the beginning. The Bubba's black gods have a far grander scheme revolution. Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Eye of Umbra and see it with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with a dim expression? I swear I've seen his face somewhere before. By God, if it ain't the undead overlord who fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you, could it be the adventurer who went best in the thieving duelist in single combat? Yes. Well, bugger me and call me an inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled with a demon boar whose crow could be split to heavens? Well, that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't no so keen on the notion of calling bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud. And I mean it literally. As we speak, the magic warriors are planting themselves a whole army of their own on the Isle of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and uproot them for the harvest comes. Many a case have I solved in my day, but I'm no match of wits with a sentient plant like before. This should prove quite exhilarating to the Isles of Umbra. To the Isles of Umbra. Can I just fly there? I can just fly there. Oh wow, all this talking is taking it out of me. After this case, I think I shall call it a day. What the fuck? You feel a hostile gaze upon you. What they do? Claim phones, stolen food stuffs. Friend, my pursuit of the Mangorians has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here. Somewhere. That's the Mandagorians? Yeah, sure. What the fuck? Okay, let's just go back to Costa del Sol, I guess. Bye, Hildibrand. You return. I fear you might end up a tasty snack with crazy head of garbage. There you go. The stolen vault stuffs. You saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gugurumu was quite particular about his seasoning. Oh, can I go too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it is time we return to the case. Now, there must be some clue that yet eludes us. Cord, the peppers have changed color. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe? The gentleman must needs investigate. Striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Luahart described. Perhaps he's recovered the wrong crate. But look here, Inspector. The crate is mostly clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant a bluish purple. Bluish purple? Two colors are really quite similar when you think about it. These peppers are most distinct too. A man could reasonably mistake that for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Aha, the charade is up. After that man. It is as I expected all along. The goggles have proven the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu. The fiend must be brought to justice. Okay. You can run, but you cannot. Ha! Ha ha ha! You thought you could unsprint the Mandeville man? You are sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crime against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done by the snipper. Fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let's see what lies behind the mask. Where am I? Who are you? Ha! Playing the fool will avail you not. Such you come willingly. I suggest you come willingly. Gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella! Must find her at once. Out of my head. It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Lilwart. Or Lilwenhart. Whatever. I swear on my life, it is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. He exchanged greetings, and the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself. He managed to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, Impossible was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There's still time before the banquet begins. No inquiry. He has doubtlessly already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It's unlikely he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need to simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lilwart back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those that look from you to what yours. Whatever. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those that took from you what was yours. Then it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. The time is right. Revenge will be yours. Game is afoot, inspectors. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? Gross. Plot thickens. Plot thickens indeed. All right. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, no one. Always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I'm a woman grown. Besides, just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely as these flowers may be, they are unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I'm Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Please, call me Hildy. Pleasure's mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella. But still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildibrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear is the Mandeville name. The gods smile on me indeed, to send such a strong, handsome gentleman as my champion. And yet... You seem pensive, my lady. Something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Venice. Why? I have not even met him. He sent me this class as a betrothal gift. A treasure for my treasure, wear it always, the messenger said. I do not care how beautiful it is. Might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth yet you have not yet met? Unconscionable. Father says this marriage must happen. It's for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true Don. But if I may be so bold, my lady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars in Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. Took me in and raised me as his own. He took Wen in as well, though as a servant rather than a son. You may think Father is cold and miserably a man, but to me, he is the man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Venice, if that's what makes Father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You're a beautiful young woman, with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days? If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm about to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector investigation fares. I as well. Let's prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. Well, certainly is a thing that's happening. A case of indecency, a maiden's virtue hanging in the balance. Hildibrand would hasten back to Costa del Sol. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Mandeville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. There's an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations, or, failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Not you, Miss Ellie, with me. Heading to Costa del Sol. Inspector Burden, I've seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How could this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate here. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly matched for our own, tee-hee. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But, Inspector, Venice and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence. There's nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or the like? You know, like you always do. Inspector Barden, I knew this day would come that you recognize my many talents. Worry not about Master Venice. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what needs to be done. The poor sot lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. Indolent, find something suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Well, here goes nothing. As the Lapis Maiden arrived, I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? Servant's garb? But why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony! Father will be furious, and Lord Varanus. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens, and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I've entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Now when father heard you say such things, I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well. I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Indolent, bring Miss Arabella's dress to the bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return before the festivities begin. Ah, you returned. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Venice at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but were I not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Venice before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Barden and I have the situation entirely under our control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Oh, this should be good. Well, this better be an amazing climax. Curses. How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bulgarian Consortium and the East Aldernard Trading Company. We trust that you have been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversations. Lapis Maiden, if even half the tales of her beauty are true, Venice is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yaltanato and Sanana, honored guests, it is a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vanis, future chair of Burgundian Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gegarumo of the Eastern Alden Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows here today, that the happiness that theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for all. Ladies and gentlemen, I present my son's lovely bride, Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. Wait. Damn you, Hildibrand Mandeville. You had one job. Oh. No. She's beautiful. Well, the rabble expected otherwise. She is my bride, after all. Yeah. Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give me your hand unto me. Ha! My sun and stars, yes, 1,000 times yes, I am yours and shall be forevermore. Oh my God. You know what? I should have seen this coming. I should have seen this fucking coming. Okay. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purpose. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound, and I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend now lies defenseless before me. The game is up, Vanis. Shall I call you by another name, the thief of many faces? Ha! Me, the thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deduction has proven beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tale of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today, her father Gegarumo and Stewart Lowenhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vernus, you were to have your first glimpse of the bride-to-be today. Considering in this light, would you not say that your reaction upon seeing my face is most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance I was not the fair maiden None save ye 1,000 of faces. And anyone else with half the wits about them. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once! Lock him up in jail and throw him away the key! Arabelle, oh thank God you're safe! Come with me quickly, there's a dangerous madman about! A glove on his right hand, could it be? Man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not. What is yours is now mine. That's a thief. Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him. Dear God, no. You came all this way for me. You love me. You really, really love me. The attention is most flattering, but I've taken what I came for, and now I must be away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. Well, that's kind of a nerving laugh. I hear that the real Venice was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, my lady? The banquet was more exciting than I could ever have hoped for. Venice and his father were furious, of course, but our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. Oh my God, no. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing that still puzzles me, that this challenge said that he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, and in the end he took only her neckpiece. Now that you mention it, Master Gigarumo once told me the class, when it first arrived, engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess, is one of the most treasured pieces from the Bulgaria, collection, known as Azima's Virtue. The Maiden's Virtue, indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Oh! Motherfucker just murdered an onion. Oh, here, Inspector. It says, made you look. And the feed plays us a fools. Give that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. If he attempted to murder once, he may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too worried when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You seal your fate when you call me out by my name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it is the Phantom Thief who was to blame for this bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. I don't know why he's still shadowed. We saw him in an outfit. Well, there's that. You have unlocked a parlay minigame. Retain yourself as many Mandeville has before you by opening the toy chest in any inn room. Okay. To the victor goes a priceless treasure. With a smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Mandeville man triumph over the terrors and win the day? A Colosseum conundrum. Yeah, okay. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, is the real key and a figurative one? Or at the same time? Is that even possible? Guess we'll find out next time. Oh my goodness. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will call this stream. Thank you so much for stopping by the Pelefort. Tomorrow we begin playing horror games, because tomorrow's October. All month long, horror games. I'm going to try and make it one game a day. Beat the entire thing as possible as I can. So, look forward to that. Anyway, been a fun time. We'll pick up Final Fantasy XIV at the end of October and the beginning of November. So, until then, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.